Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, Best Care Home Services, and DeSoto Outdoors and Archery.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 on this December the 17th. And Dave Gabbard is in the studio with me. And talking to Justin Martin of the Duck Commander group was a hoot, wasn't it? I mean, as Greg said, they all sound the same.
Yeah, you know,
it's just West Monroe, Louisiana talk, and
it's like the family tree's just got one
unmistakable voice.
It is.
Like any one of those guys opens their mouth, you instantly know it's one of the
Willie, Phil,
somebody in that family,
Uncle whatever his name is.
Yeah,
and all these guys, and then. To know what I always thought Martin just had one name. I didn't know it was Justin Martin. Everybody calls him Martin, but hey, that was pretty cool. And then there was a cool event that went on this week in Fayette County that I know that I'm a part of an organization called.
Sure enough, cool.
Yeah, it sure enough was cool. Yeah, but it's warm today on Saturday, but they're gone today. But I'm a part of Legacy Outfitters out of our area. We meet on the last Thursday of each month at the gun club, the Memphis
sports shooting.
They meet out there on Thursday, have a great time, have a devotion, great food, fellowship, and anyway.
Tell a few tall tales.
Well, our point leader, my good friend Robbie Jordan, where I go to church with Robbie, and he is our point leader and came up with this idea through, I think, I'd have to talk to him, but Charles Petrie and maybe for sure Ty Emmon. But we got Robbie on the line. Good morning, Robbie.
Good morning, Larry.
Okay, buddy. I know this is Saturday, and tell our listeners what went on this past week.
Well, Legacy Outfitters, we joined hands with an organization called Sportsmen for Heroes out of Arizona, and we bring 3 soldiers to the Mid-South for a week of luxury living, if you will, and also for some of the prime best deer hunting there is in the state of Tennessee. I mean, we're talking 7,000 acres of land that's not been hunted by anyone. It's reserved strictly for these 3 war-torn veterans that's been in the battlefield on multiple tours, some of them up to 5. We're not allowed to elaborate too much on the soldiers because they do fly by helicopters, and so we just leave that aside and love on them and just get to know them better.
Yeah.
And they've managed to kill 2 trophy bucks. One they back looking for this morning. They got a bad hit on one, but they're doing well with their hunting. The food's been good. They're staying at a 1,000-acre ranch out in Oakland and living in their lodge there, and got some good cooks, good food. It's just been a great week. And they're leaving out this morning to head back. 2 of them's going back to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and one's going back to Fort Stewart, Georgia. And they've got to go to the Grizzly game and sit in the FedEx skybox, and the whole entire FedEx Forum recognized these 3 soldiers. And then they got a night in a luxury suite at the Pyramid, and Bass Pro Shops open up their arms and give them a biggest greeting you've ever seen.
And it's just, and I want to focus on Legacy because of the job that, and you might explain a little bit about Legacy, Robbie, and what it is and how we got involved in this.
Okay, well, Legacy Outfitters is a national organization with several chapters across the country, and we, of course, is the Mid-South chapter. And I would encourage the listeners to go on www.legacyoutfitters.com, and you'll see what we're all about. We build our organization around Matthew 4:19, where it says, follow me, I will make you fishers of men. We try to make better husbands, better fathers, better grandfathers, and better soldiers for Christ. And so we just wanted to share some of our efforts. Some of these guys don't hunt. Some of them doesn't fish there in Legacy. So we raised about $4,000.
Wow.
And so we was able to spend $2,000 on this hunt. And we're going to bring 3 more soldiers back in here in the spring for
turkey hunt.
A week of the same thing, turkey hunting.
Yeah. And this, you guys raised the money. I mean, it was $10, $20, whatever it was, and that money went to feed these guys, help them with whatever they might need.
Their travel expenses, everything.
Yeah,
and they've been out zero money. And they told me right before they left, they said, Mr. Jordan, we have been around lots of years, but this is the nicest thing that anybody has ever done for us.
Well, that's what it's all about, Robbie. I know that from your heart and from the heart of our organization to do this, and these guys have. It's a payback time. I know you had a kind of a cookout on Wednesday, and then a big fish fry last night, which I was at, and plan to write some kind of story on this. But
right.
This is you guys like to do projects, and I know this was one that you were approached about, and it looks like the guys really took it to heart, didn't they?
They really did, Larry, and it's just been a joy for them, a joy for us, and to be able to give back to those that have risked their lives for our families in the battlefield.
Yes,
and they're kind of thin right now. The military, they sent us 3 names of these 3 guys, and they sent us 3 alternates in case these 3 had to go to the battlefield. That's just how thin they are. But they just wow, Larry, they look young to me and you. They great warriors. They good people, man.
And we gave them a special memento to remember this, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We Legacy Outfitters went to the Christian bookstore, had them a beautiful leather-bound Bible made with their name, their rank, and all that on it. And from Legacy Outfitters, all that embossed on the front of it. And they presented that to them last night, and they were just humble. Yes,
they were.
We also give them a copy of the Legacy Outfitter National Magazine. I give them a Legacy Outfitter sticker to go on their truck, and so they just. I can't say enough. I can't say enough for the project.
Yeah. Well, Robbie, I appreciate you being on this morning, and it was a great week. I know you had a lot of good Legacy guys out there. They had to fill some gaps. And I know our guys always step forward, and anytime there's a fish fry, we get a crowd up for that.
You don't have trouble finding.
No, we don't. All right, buddy, I appreciate you. I'll see you at church tomorrow, okay?
Thank you. Thanks to everyone.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Robbie Jordan, okay?
And that is what y'all do, and we've done that.
I was going to say, because you guys.
Up Fort Campbell, the 5th Special Forces Group up there, they like. These guys that do this, as he said, jumping out of the black helicopters in places but they don't get to get out much.
They don't.
So but they're super guys that come in. I was giving them a hard time one year. They was there in the Taj, There you got and ducks come in and they jumped up.
The Taj is a very unique duck facility, duck hunting facility.
So, but they jump up, they shot, here's that, and they never touched a feather. And I'm going, well, hey, whoa, what is this? And one guy said, well, put him at 2,000 meters, I might hit him,
Oh, yeah, because I know these. I'm just overcome with the Mid-South, what we do here from Ernie's. And it's not really Ernie. He doesn't want to, but from the physically challenged deer hunt last weekend, 2 weekends ago, how great it was and how we open our arms. Yeah. We're blessed to be in an area that has habitat, has things that outdoorsmen can do, and we're open arms. In a couple of weeks, you're going to hear about something that's going on in January with fly fishing. We're going to have a man on the show talking about another event.
And organizations, and there's a lot of these things going on, but we don't do it to toot our horn. We do it because that's not. We do it because we enjoy doing it and want to give something back.
And I think we do. And just like as Robbie was saying, we're not going to mention these soldiers' names. No. They've all had battle fatigue. They've been serving. I just can't imagine what's going on. And here, so this was 6 days for them. Came in last Sunday, just to have some relaxation and intersperse. We weren't to battle talk with them or anything like that. In fact, we were just to talk regular. Yeah. Let's don't talk about my war career or anything like that, because they've got enough career as that. So and it's amazing. We're close to Fort Campbell up at Clarksville, so we can utilize some of those guys. And there's another guy coming from Georgia, but and then this thing with Ernie, with all these physically challenged people, no military, anything like that. But and the TWRA, we could even go into the youth hunts that you guys do for kids and things along that line. You're not doing it to toot your horn. No, and we do a lot of stuff, with the women and the Women in Outdoors program. Yes. They have a big muzzleloading hunt, up there in Humphreys. Yeah. County. Aren't you going to have a duck hunt or sometime? And they'll have a duck hunt. We have duck hunts and stuff. But, what surprised me this year's muzzleloading hunt, there was 38 women. 38? That came. Really? Killed 36 deer. Really? Yeah. I hope it wasn't by one person. It was an exceptional year. Wow. And everything. Where was that held at? Where was It's up on the some new property that the TWRA has bought. They call it the Buffalo Ridge. It's just south of the 143 exit on the Buffalo exit. And it lies along the Buffalo River. Wow. Okay. I didn't realize that. All right, we're going to take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray and continue our conversation with duck hunting. Yeah. I know this guy can talk duck hunting. Barney Khalifa's been on this show before, and we had to cut him off. We were going too long. So we'll get right back to that. It'll be our Drake Waterfowl segment on Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790.
You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry